Hello, beautiful souls. So, I've just been sitting here with my candlelight and my cup of herbal tea, just reflecting on whether and how I share this, not from a place of urgency and not from a place of need and having to launch something, because I am really, really over the urgency culture. I worked in marketing and advertising actually for 20 years. It never felt good in my body, even when I was doing it well, and particularly became apparent it wasn't the way I liked when I began working for myself. This just goes against so much of what I have unlearned over the last 20 years. And sometimes I just don't feel compelled to launch as a human with human connections and a desire to connect. It feels for me better to share, to invite, to offer. Sharing really feels like the most authentic way of doing this. The reason I wanted to come on here and do this video is because this is something I've been living. Over the last few weeks, I've been moving through my own process I can only describe as rooting before rising. And this isn't in a poetic or floaty, out there kind of way. It's in a very real, embodied, grounded, and sometimes very messy, but very human way. Examples would be listening to my body instead of pushing through, pausing instead of fixing. That's definitely an old pattern of mine. Many of you might relate to that one, the fixer archetype. And also letting things soften instead of tightening around them. When we let things soften, it's so much easier to be in surrender. When we control, it's very hard to be in flow. It reminds me of an old quote that I used to love when I was growing up. They used to have these little books that you could buy in Dillon's bookshops. It used to be the old Waterstones, wasn't it? And little love quotes. And I remember one of them, which I particularly loved, was, "Love is like quicksilver in the hand. Close it, it darts away, open, and it stays." And that really has a feel about what I feel surrender is. We surrender when we just accept and we let go. But when we are in that state of control, trying to control things around us, it's constricted, but also it means that whatever we're trying to hold on to is like that quicksilver in the hand. It's easier to lose when we hold on to it, when we control it. So what I noticed was this: when safety returned to my body, clarity immediately followed. So when I came up against these challenges, my old wiring would have been to act quickly, to fix it, to respond or react. That was my old nervous system wiring, but over the years I've really been putting a lot of practice and work into this, my daily sadhana practice, and really rewiring my nervous system so that it is not reactive but responsive. And I noticed that I was able to do this. And when I slowed down, something deeper began to self-organize. It was really interesting to witness. And from that place, Root to Rise emerged. Now, Root to Rise isn't a course to complete, but it is more like an embodied pilgrimage, one that you receive at your own rhythm, your own pace. It is a self-paced journey through the body and its wisdom, weaving the nervous system regulation, somatic practice, and ancient chakra knowledge, not as a theory, but as a felt experience. There is no striving here, there's no performing, and there's no becoming someone new, because that someone is already here. You're not becoming, you are unraveling, delayering, whatever you want to call it. But you are already that being you are wishing to become. You're just meeting her at the same, in alignment. You're meeting her at that same resonance. And it's just a gentle return to what's already within you. I'm sharing this not because you need another thing to do, because quite frankly, you have a lot of things to do. We have lists the lengths of our arms, but because some of us are being called to rise differently, from safety, from presence, and from truth. So if you feel a quiet yes in your body, you can read more about Root to Rise. There'll be a link in the description. And if now isn't the time, that's perfect too. You will know when it's time. But let this simply be a moment of connection. Because I feel like this year, this very potent year we're in, 2026, as we move from snake, the shedding, we've still got more shedding to do until the 17th of February. And then we move into the horse, the fire horse. Yeah, I feel that there's going to be a deeper need for deeper connections for people, and I just wanted to come on here today and say hello and connect, because I haven't been making these videos very often, but I feel like this year is going to be my year of making a lot more. Thank you for being here, and thank you for walking at your own pace with so much love. Bye for now.